Welcome back, my friends, to BjjBrick Quick. This is the Quick Jiu-Jitsu Podcast. My host is Byron. My name is Byron. I'm your lonely host here, recording this all by myself today. Today, we're talking about what to do. We're just dealing with a mat bully that's an upper belt. This, I think, is a rare thing. But what to do with those upper belt mat bullies? So maybe you're a white belt or a blue belt, and there's that purple, brown, or black belt who just bullies you. So this, I think of this as like a very short decision tree where you have a decision and you know, yes or no, or this or that. And then from that decision, you then go over to here and make another decision. So the first decision, you know this person because you've grappled with, you wouldn't know they were mat bully unless you have tried this out. So is this person a go or no go? Do you want to train with them or do you not want to train with them? Are they safe or are they dangerous? If it's just a difficult experience, that's not a mat bully. A mat bully will leave you, you'll get off the mat and you'll wish you didn't train today. A mat bully will be injury prone for you. A mat bully will deflate you rather than lift you up. A mat bully needs to push you down a level in order to feel up a level themselves. So decide, am I going to train with this person or am I not? Go or no go. And if it's no go, that's it. You don't train with that person. And if it just happens to be the round where the two of you are left staring at each other and, hey, let's pair up and go, you don't have to roll with that person. That's super weird, I think, for people to accept. You don't have to roll with that person. Or you could say, hey, you have a really good headlock. Yeah, that's a mat bully-ish move maybe, or a really good crossface. Show me how that works. I don't understand that. And so maybe that the time where it's just the two of you out of the 10 students and it's your rolling time, you choose to request to roll, to do a technique with them. And usually when you ask somebody a question in jiu-jitsu, they'll share the answer and they're a little bit flattered that you asked them the question. So it feels good to be asked questions. And even somebody who's a little bit rougher on the edges, will a lot of times open up when you seek their knowledge. Maybe they're not. Maybe they want to beat you up and say, hey, I'm just not up for it this round, so I guess I'm going to sit out. You know, like that's up to you. But jiu-jitsu teaches standing up for yourself sometimes. You know, that's a thing. Being confident, you know, and ability to say no thank you to somebody rolling who's going to that list of things I said, I don't remember them, you know, push you down to make them feel better. Or like, you know, you get nothing out of this roll. They're dangerous. You don't have to train with that person. So, but if it's a go, so it's just not a fun experience. They're not going to hurt you any more than the odds of anybody else injuring you. It's just, they're just a mat bully. Maybe they're a little rude sometimes. Maybe they're just not somebody that you like to train with. Try to cultivate a working relationship with them. And this is more important at the smaller gyms. If you've got 40 or 50 people on the mats, and there's one of them you don't want to train with, you don't have a problem. You've got a lot of other people to train with. If there are 5 of you, and you have one that you just, I almost didn't even come in today because I know it's going to suck, that's a problem. So try to cultivate that relationship as far as what you guys do together. And it is not beat Byron up day. That's not what I want to cultivate. I want to cultivate a little bit of give and take. I want to try to work that. And maybe it's a little bit more talking during the roll. Maybe it's a little bit of joking during the roll. And you need to learn a little bit about how to joke with somebody who is trying to choke you or maybe even bully you, to kind of calm them down a little bit or diffuse the situation a little bit. Maybe you tapped them a month ago and now they have it out for you. You know, maybe, but you've got to work on that relationship if you do want to train with that person, and find ways to make them feel good about the grappling exchange as well. You don't want to go roll with the world champion and just they get boring roll after boring roll after boring roll. You want to be able to provide something to give them. It's really difficult because they're very good. But hey, anything you want to work on today, that maybe I could help you with, or that's kind of an odd question to ask me that good. But let's just say the gap is not that vast between somebody who's a world champion and yourself. But you got to talk to them. That's it. You can't just fight harder. To try to just win the match or to find the flaw in their game. They'll repair that when you expose it, and you'll continue to have a mat bully. So talk to them if you need to take a break. So here's the thing: sometimes a mat bully will get you to quit. Like, man, I'm done for the round. There's 2 minutes left. I'm done, and they feel like that's a win. That's not a win. That's just you being a jerk. And just you could say, hey man, I just don't feel like I'm getting a productive roll out of this anymore. I'm just too tired. Maybe next time. And just if you could change it to not be a fight, the bully goes away. And then be friends to them. A lot of the people who I think are mat bullies don't get a lot of friend interactions, and if you could become that, I've seen mat bullies take people under their wing a little bit more, and it's like, oh, that's one of the best people to train with. That guy's a jerk in reality, but for you've cultivated that relationship. They care about you. They like you. Be that person. It's tricky, and I don't fault anybody for avoiding people or any of that stuff. You should be trying to get better at jiu-jitsu, and mat bullies don't grow jiu-jitsu. They take. But try to change them. Some of that's your coach. Talk to your coach about that. And maybe your coach could address some things that isn't coming from you. That might be helpful. Anyway, I'm sure I forgot some things you could do. If you're a mat bully, here's the deal. If nobody ever asks you to roll and you always just paired up with the last person, you have some sort of issue. Maybe you don't smell the best. Maybe you're a little rougher on the edges. Maybe you're just new and nobody knows you yet. It could be any number of things, but you shouldn't always be the last person to match up with the other last person. People should seek you out eventually. As you develop relationships and friendships and training partners, they should seek you out to train. And if that's not happening, change your mat personality a little bit. Guys, if you have a topic I should cover, BjjBrick@gmail.com. I'm going to wrap this up. Gone a little bit long. Guess I'm pulling you guys on the clock today. Till then, stay sweaty, my friends.